So what's your opinions on this game?
I don't see. I need you to.
Oh, did my stream end?
Yeah, you disabled the Discord stream.
Whoops. There we go. Back on the stream.
All right, so we have a Cassiopeia, nice. Aphelios, GP Echo, Mord, Olaf, Zira, MF Set. All right. This is interesting.
This is actually a very beefy blue team here.
It is. It has 3 big men.
3 big birdie men and a girl. And a mage from 3,000 years. How many years ago was the Shurima Ascendancy? Like,
Lore.
I forgot. I think it was like either 2 or 3,000 years ago. So that was the battle against Zerath, where Nasus locked Renekton in with him, and now Renekton got really salty. Oh, wait, this might be an invade. Oh, Olaf! Oh no, he undertold into the side of the wall, and that means Echo gets a pretty clean escape. He's going to walk back in. Parallel convergence for the stun, and he's actually totally fine. That was the right play to go back in. He gets the stun off, and they actually lose the invade trade here on blue team. Because, yeah.
Gary Sir is actually significantly chumped.
He did start undertow, so he should... I think if he's getting a leash, he should just stay with that little HP, because he hits red buff faster. And then just take Vicious Strikes level 2 and farm it out. Like, you don't necessarily need to recall. Being at half is probably fine.
Oh, he's going to blue.
Oh, he is going to blue. A lot more junglers have been doing this. Starting on the blue side, taking blue buff first. This allows you to essentially level 3 bot lane. The junglers right now have a pretty set jungle route where you want to play bot side for the first 6 minutes and then slowly transition top. And if that route really works out and your lanes get rolling, you can get free Herald at 8 and just snowball the game. In theory, that's how you actually plan your route, but in reality, people int left and right, and you just can't make that plan happen most of the time.
I like how the Echo kited towards Gromp as he killed the blue buff.
Yeah.
That's how you shave an extra couple seconds off your clear times.
Yeah, very true. In fact, there are some junglers, including I think there's a Twitch clip of someone failing this for like minutes on end. There's a sweet spot where Fiddle can do Gromp and blue at the same time with the drain. I think there's a clip out there of somebody trying to find the sweet spot for like the first 5 minutes and just dying.
Ooh, can we just appreciate the Zerath is going all American Cassio. Ooh.
What'd you say? Sorry?
The Zerath is sniping the Cassio left him.
Oh, I see. He is getting some pretty good poke trades. But Cassio in this lane just needs to farm up his skill up, you know?
Yep. Just like Cassio in every lane.
Yep. And the Set and MF actually pushing in the Aphelios Thresh. Thresh has to kind of respect this. If he oversteps and he misses a hook or something, Set can just walk up and beat the crap out of him. It is said he has very impressive base stats, and because of thanks to his passive, he can actually shrug off a lot of poke. Because he gets increased health regen when he's low. So he can actually decently self-sustain in lane. And on top of some healing support items. This is a pretty comfy lane from Misfortune. She has a pretty decent Bruiser Juggernaut support in front of her. Able to absorb a lot of punishment and just deal it back. More top is actually getting pummeled quite a bit by the GP here. And Echo might just make things worse. Mord has to flash away. That's going to be a third hit. He brings up the show. Not the show, but like the shade. The whatever that passive is called. What is this the name of Mordekaiser's passive? I don't even know.
I don't know the name. I don't know the name of any of his abilities.
Oh god, I need to look it up. What was it say? Darkness Rise. That's... Okay, that's not the name I thought it would be, honestly. Olaf's gonna run down for a gank. And Zerath? Going to try to flash away from the Echo. He will escape with his life, but barely. Just very, very barely. Oh, Echo still going for it! Phase dive, first blood! And he's actually gonna make it out. You can see Xerath a little bit overstaying. Doesn't respect Echo's kill power.
Incredibly greedy.
Yeah. Didn't respect Echo's kill power there. But he's gonna run into a wild Olaf. He's not level 6. There's no free escape. He needs to try to walk away. Phase dive is used. He's gonna run into the tower and get executed. Beautiful play by the Echo. Denying everybody the kill and getting first blood for himself. And instead of finishing his jungle item, he goes back with 900 gold. No, wait, 1200 gold. And just buys boots and codex. I do think upgrading your smite is a little bit higher priority than getting the other components of Runic Echoes. But he did first blood. He's got a sizable amount of pocket change. And he opted for early CDR. TP is gonna come down from red team. GP returns to the scene of the crime and keeps farming. Mordekaiser is not having a good day right now. He had to open Cloth 4 and still lost the lane. So now it's his turn to go back.
Cloth 4, really?
Yeah, he opened Cloth. Yep, he's gonna get that early Seekers to survive against GP. GP's constant poke with Grasp is unnervingly awful to go up against. Now Misfortune is still farming comfortably bot. She's destroying this Aphelios in CS. And then the Echo deploys a parallel convergence. Oh no, the Xerath! He gets locked up and the Cassio's spitting teeth at him. And that is going to be a dead Xerath. 2-0 for red team. Echo making all the plays so far. Well, where is the Olaf? What is his response to this? The last time we saw the Olaf, he was trying to chase down the Echo, who just executed himself.
He has been farming, it appears.
Yep, he has been farming, but don't tell me this is the classic Gary Sarai out jungled him game. Oh, there it is! Ragnarok!
Oh,
just
that was a very
the
nice Ragnarok.
Yep, Ragnarok blocks out Petrifying Gaze, and the fight bot lane breaks out as well. The Lantern barely saves the Aphelios' life. But the Olaf gets on the board as well.
Imagine actually taking the Lantern.
Yeah. The Cassio gets caught out in the rotation bot, and the Olaf makes her into mincemeat. Snake meat, rather. Have you ever had snake meat? Is that?
I've never had snake meat.
Is that edible?
It is a thing. It is edible.
Oh, it's a thing. That's. I'm surprised.
It's a thing.
I'm so surprised that's a thing.
It's more of a foreign thing.
Where do they? What does it even taste like?
I imagine.
What do you think snake meat tastes like? Oh, speaking of snake meat, there's gonna be a pretty dead Olaf here coming up. Oh, just kidding! Xerath helps him with the dunk, and Olaf actually turns the damage on Aphelios and kills him off there. Zed also catches a Cassio in the rivers. Things go from bad to worse, but the Echo at least cleans one up onto the Olaf.
Alright, go back bot.
Oh, Cannon Barrage gets shot out by the Gangplank. It does go on bot lane, but bot lane is fine. They don't die from this. Xerath is still farming out of mid. They're tied in CS. Tied in score. That's rare. That's a pretty even mid lane, all things considered. Cassio does have a tier. Oh, Mordekaiser! He's gonna kidnap the GP, take him to the death realm. There's the ignite. There's the pullback. There's gonna be a third hit. Darkness Rise is going to grant him the solo kill. Despite being crushed in CS, Mordekaiser identifies the kill and takes it. And he gets the kill onto Gangplank. Gangplank does go back and pick up 2/3 of a Triforce. So he's probably fine. He's still got a comfortable CS lead. Just needs to make sure he doesn't lose too much minions because of that death. And Xerath's gonna go back to farming as well. Everybody's still farming right now. It was a decently exciting a few minutes, but now the game has settled back down again. Echo's just gonna counter jungle, and Aphelios with his Chakram getting some free damage off on the tower. The Misfortune goes back a little bit too far and gets dove by the Echo immediately. She has to flash closer to her tower to ward off the Echo. So that is gonna be Misfortune's flash burned. Where is her support? The set is coming back in, and the hook not going to find it, but the sniper bullet sure will. Parallel Convergence gets dodged out by the Xerath, and the Echo Phase Dive will not find the mark either. And now Olaf, he's going to get the Herald with the help of Mordekaiser. And now blue team has a Herald to play with. The only question is, where are they going to deploy it? They should be a lot... I don't know, I think in this game their interest should be breaking bot right now to free up the set to roll more. But now they're going to two-man the GP. Flash forward from the Mordekaiser. He wants the kill, and he gets the kill. Echo arrives, but he can't really do anything. He's a little bit too late, but he shouldn't leave. They're just gonna drop the Herald. They're going to Herald top. Parallel Convergence gets thrown down. Echo needs to try to charge in to stop it. He stuns up Herald and everybody else. Under the tower is where he is safe. Olaf tanks too many shots. He has to back off. He gets kidnapped by the Mord and taken to the death realm. He can't make it back to his own tower unless he chrono breaks, but he's still taking so much damage. And the Darius, not the Darius, but the Mordekaiser, his name is Carius Darius. He is going to get that kill onto the Echo. Now blue team.
Man, Mord ult is powerful.
It is powerful. Stealing 10% of all of your stats makes it so that you have to be ultra fat to kill him in his own death realm. Xerath is oh man, he roamed out way too far for his Xerath. Has a flash away from the barrel. That's gonna keep him healthy, but he did lose his flash. That's not something you're comfortable with losing on a champion like Xerath. Now he's just gonna clear up the wave at mid. And surprisingly, they still tie in score. Cassio and Xerath both 1, 2, and 1. Neither have done a thing for the past while.
Someone call Thanos.
Yes, balance is all things should be. Now, if only Xerath can just get 2 more CS. Oh, dang. Dang, I was hoping he'd get those 2 CS.
Meanwhile, let's check it on bot lane. Oh, the farming lane where Andy's winning.
It is a pretty favorable lane for the Misfortune. Aphelios and Thresh can't walk up to a Set. Set is more than happy to take close range engagements. And Aphelios is definitely one of the ADCs that prefer to go a little bit up close and personal.
Jeez, this sword is just running him down.
Oh yeah, this GP is not having a good time. He's 30 CS up but can't find a winning trade. This Mordekaiser with the first item Zhang is so powerful here. GP just can't land damage on him. No, Olaf can get locked up. Ragnarok will keep him safe. He's gonna walk away. Petrifying Gaze even gets committed for no slow, but the Echo has enough stickiness to kill him off. And now the Thresh flash plays onto the Xerath. He's being brought back. He's falling low. And here's the bullet time onto 3. And the set slams him away. But the face breaker, the follow-up damage is not there. Misfortune has to walk around. The ignite will kill him off. The haymaker, is it there? It's not. He flashes over the wall. And now Misfortune left alone in the 1v2. The Echo is coming back in. But he doesn't need to. Cassio solos out the Misfortune. I think Seth pressed Showstopper a little bit too early and slammed someone outside of the bullet time call. And here is the Mordekaiser for the kidnap. Cassio's pinched up against the hidden wall that she can't see, and she's gonna get killed. But now so is the Mordekaiser, or maybe Darkness Rights almost just kill off the... Oh my god, what is that damage? But the Aphelios finishes him off with the Chakram. 2 members so incredibly low here for red team. But Mordekaiser couldn't finalize a kill. Set with no way of gap closing this, just has to let it go.
That was an insane fight. That was an insane fight.
Man, this
quick question: if Olaf uses Ragnarok and stands in Miasma, can he flash?
Yes. Question mark?
Interesting. Okay, but anyways, bring us back to that insane fight. That insane fight.
I don't play enough Olaf to know that. Oh,
what a crazy turnaround!
The dive. is coming down. Star's gonna hook someone to try to buy himself some time and flay back, but it's all in vain. He gets pulled back a face breaker and finished off by Misfortune. Olaf nearly dies to the tower.
The Triumph saving him.
Yeah, the Triumph saves him his life there. But he's too low. If he wanted to, he can actually stay and actually kill this tower because he's not health. But he has to get out. Aphelios is here, and Cassio's roaming down, but the Xerath will tie her up and keep her at bay.
Wow, this turned around from perfectly even as all things should be to
Cassio.
Cassio.
She auto the plant! And now Olaf smites away the raptors to keep himself healthy, but the echo from the back, the face eye kills him off. Cassio's nailed up against the wall, but the Xerath is in the middle of two. Can they get it here? They do get the Cassio, but what about the echo? He's just going to run away. GP presses the ulti button, but it doesn't really do that much. He does have Triforce now. But Mord, I think right now, still way stronger than him. CS be damned. Bot lane did lose their turret here for blue team, so Aphelios pushes up. Feels like the first time in this game that he's pushed up. Mordekaiser kidnaps the GP, brings him to the death throne, maybe? No. Flash match for Flash. GP will save his own life. But Mordekaiser, he still has a death throne. GP needs to be careful here. Cassio arrives to the scene of the crime, but they both have to be careful. Mord right now is strong enough to kill either of them alone. He's not had enough. He's going back for the crux. He's gonna lure Cassio in. He's standing on the word. He's going to kidnap her into the death realm, but the Cassio has the damage. Mord puts her shield up. He needs to stall for time, but it's not enough. He's not as fed as he thinks, but the dunks are coming in from the Xerath. The surge shot will miss. The last shot missed, but the echo drops convergence. Two men are gonna pounce on him, but he's slippery enough to get out. Haymaker in the bottom lane, and suddenly red team winning this game again. Moonlight Vigil onto 2, the flamethrower spread damage almost kills off the set, and the death sentence not in the sweet zone. Can't find the lollipop. Set will just barely make it out. And now Mordekaiser feeling like he's mortal again, but the Olaf running it down here. Can he kill the Thresh before the Aphelios kills him? Yes, he can, but can he also finish off the Aphelios? And the answer is yes, because Olaf. Because Olaf, really, that's the entire reason that you need. GP is going to finally kill off the top turret. Tower count is now 1-2. And Cassio starting to make herself relevant this game.
Yeah, Cassio becomes really very relevant after she gets her CRS. People underestimate the ridiculous sustained damage she has. The absolute deeps.
If she perfectly weaves spells, she has a minimum of 2.0 auto attack speed, which is crazy to think about.
I mean, her auto attacks actually do like minimal damage. Like, it's practically non-existent.
Oh, I mean weave in cooldowns, because Twin Fang base cooldown
even the ease.
Twin Fang's base cooldown is 0.5, which means she technically has 2.0 attack speed. If she weaves spells perfectly.
Oh, don't take the lantern. It's a bait.
Oh no!
It's a bait.
The lantern was taken, and the Cassio left to the wolves.
I could tell right away.
Too ambitious. Far too ambitious. And step right up, says the Echo, dropping the parallel convergence onto the Olaf, but it's Olaf. He's going to save the Ragnarok. He can't get that kill onto the Echo. And the GP gonna get pounced on by a wild Mordekaiser. The Xerath stun chain will not land. And now 3 members strong. Red team are starting a push now mid lane. What is blue team's response here? Misfortune on the Echo. She needs to get out of there. Oh, the Q barely does not kill her off. But now she's not health. Chrono Break comes back. Flash forward to match Misfortune. Phase Dive gets the kill. Misfortune forgot to track Echo's ghost, and she pays dearly for it. Death's daughter Massive cannonball drops straight onto the Olaf's face, but it doesn't matter. Echo gets kidnapped. He doesn't have chrono break.
The Mord is helping him.
Oh, he makes it out. No, he
didn't.
doesn't. The claw pulls him back in and kills him.
Oh, another
Oh,
bait,
Zera! He gets hooked, and the Aphelios is gonna kill him off here too. And now the rest of blue team arrives to the scene, but it's a 4v2. The set gets grounded. He needs to try to run away. Mordekaiser claw pulls him back, but everyone's so low, and they just melt under their own tower. Misfortune just respawns to a field of carnage, and red team pushes it down. They're going to get this team on tower here. Blue team will lose their turret. And now red team will gain a dragon. That is going to be their first dragon this game. The hook barely whips past the Misfortune.
Jeez, if this was a Reddit GIF, that hook would definitely have landed.
Yeah, but this is not Reddit. This is more boring. Or less boring, depending on your perspective. Olaf is gonna clear a few wards, but unfortunately Drake is long dead. Baron has spawned. It is now 20 minutes. No team is strong enough to even look at it, but Cassio is a very potent Baron killer. If only she had a really good frontline. But I don't think even sneaking Baron is on the table for either team right now. Both teams need a lot more priority, not just in the side lanes, but also in mid. And now the Echo, he might try to make something happen. The parallel convergence, it will hit onto the set and drive him back. The Thresh, not the Thresh, but the Xerath will get chunked to half house. And the Thresh, I mean, is moving up. The Lantern, he's still trying to walk up forcefully, but he's not going to find a pick. So now instead, red team will just continue a siege onto T2. Xerath will try to wave clear top lane to try to help out the Olaf, and the Olaf struggling to hold off the GP, who's been farming this game like a monster. He has the Reaver done on top of the Triforce. I think he's established himself as a threat now. And now the Mordekaiser kidnaps the Cassio under her own tower, and he's tanking tower shots as well as the Fangs, but it doesn't even matter.
Oh,
he kills her off.
She didn't use Seraphs.
Yeah.
She didn't use Seraphs.
She did not use the Seraph's Embrace shield. That would definitely save her, because Mortal was tanking so many heated tower shots. Teleport comes down here from red team. They want more, and now the GP is onto the Mord, but he might have gone into a fight he can't win. The Mordekaiser kills him off where he stands, and that's a terrible way to use TP.
Jeez, they've thrown 2 bodies at the Mord. No one can stop them.
2 bodies and the teleport. So now that's a legitimate problem, because you do need to keep dealing with him. He's going to kill the bot T2 tower by himself. That's going to allow Cassio to go back to bot lane and wonder what to do. But now blue team, they have Baron Prio. Because Mordekaiser pulled so much attention bot side. Xerath is channeling the Arcane Opals, trying to keep mid lane shoved up. The team that gains Baron control from this position is the team that shoves on mid, but there's a hook, and now the set slams the Thresh away. The Face Breaker onto just the Thresh. He's taking a little bit of damage. The Haymaker returns.
Interesting set. Oh,
Petrifying Gaze. The Ragnarok will counter it. Death Realm kidnapping onto the Thresh, but Mordekaiser, he can't finish it. Oh, he does, but that's a 1v5 situation. And now it's a 1-for-1 trade. Misfortune gets evaporated by the Echo, and that's a carry down. That's the top laner down. That's just a jungler as the core and the mid lane. Xerath can't output damage. His position is far too dangerous to do anything. Triple kill for the Echo, and that's going to be a 3-for-1. Red team take the turret. Now they're turning their sights to Baron Nashor. No globals are up to snipe this. They might have to concede it. Yep, there it is. Red team gets to secure. That last team fight might have been a nail in the coffin here for blue team. For the better part of like 10 minutes now, they've been slowly losing just thanks to Echo exerting so much pressure. And I don't think the Olaf has gotten strong enough to fully contest the Echo here.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
The chains from Xerath lands, but no, not lands, whiffs on the Scuttle. They have to secure the Scuttle. Their next avenue out of this game here for blue team is to secure the Soul, but they're still 2 Drakes away. The Mordekaiser locks up the Cassio, but he gets stunned in his own realm. He can't land a shot. He gets the kill, but at what cost? He's so low, and Bullet Time can't find the kill either. The GP all will try to ward him off, and he's solo pushing top lane with Baron buff. Blue team has no intention of stopping him, and the fight breaks out. Showstopper onto the Thresh in the back. They barely clip the Aphelios. There's a big punching bag on him, and now the Aphelios slowly wars him off. They kill the Thresh, but the Echo and the Aphelios are still alive. It is enough for them to turn on the Drake.
GP in the background.
Yeah, someone has to answer the GP. They can't keep going on this. Echo. Oh, he canceled the recall. Uh-oh. Someone really needs to go back. GP will get the inhib. Oh no, Xerath is dead. Blue team secure the Drake, but at what cost? GP kills the tower. He's going on the inhib. Nobody on blue team can recall. Echo and the Aphelios are playing goalie so well. The Mordekaiser respawns, but too little too late. The claw will whiff past the GP, and the rest of the damage is trying to land. Echo face checks a little bit. He has a chrono break. He has a phase dive. He resets the fight at his own HP, taking the set down with him. Parallel convergence, and the phase dive brings him over to the Misfortune. She just has to run now. They can't kill this Echo. What a terrifying monster this man is. They just don't have an answer to him.
I can tell you from experience, this is the type of game that tilts Andy.
Oh yeah.
About Echo.
He hates losing to Echo.
Yeah.
Aphelios,
Particularly when the Echo ults twice in one fight.
yeah, Echo. Aphelios does get killed off in the Death Realm. But now the Olaf gets return killed as well. The Arcanopulse barely leaves the Cassio alive on one leg. Echo's waiting in the brush. Oh, he wants to make this happen. Who can he pick here?
Wait, where is the Echo?
No, he's not here anymore. He recalled. Never mind. I thought he was still there, but then I looked at my peripheral vision. He's not. He's very much gone. GP is going to try to... Oh, that I saw that bullet. He's going to help himself to blue team's own blue buff. And now blue team, they're forced to play defense. They've actually kept the kills up relatively even, but it doesn't solve a single problem they have. They've just been gradually falling more and more behind. And right now, they don't really have a... They don't have a viable ticket out of this mess.
I feel like they've tried to team fight too often.
You can't out team fight red team right now. They have GPL, they have Echo, they have Cassio, and they have Aphelios. You don't have the setup to deal with those threats. Echo can just freely dive the backline and nobody can stop him. Even if Mord kidnaps the Echo, you still lose the fight. Because Mord is your strong guy right now. You don't have a reliable frontline. Set is a support. Like, Set on a support budget isn't that tanky. He technically has like 1.5 health bars thanks to Haymaker, but still, he can't afford to tank for the Misfortune. They can just run past him. Or run over him, rather. Echo waiting on the side. He wants to make something happen here. One more mini wave's coming down. There's no more Baron. But there is plenty of siege. Olaf gets hooked, Ragnarok gets popped. This might be the engage, but he falls with critical health almost immediately. Bullet Time gets a full channel, but hits almost nothing. They do dissuade the push, but everybody falls to such low health that they have to go back to the fountain. They have very little time to heal before the next mini wave arrive, and because they've all expended their ultimates, except for Set and Mordekaiser, this next siege is gonna be so hard to stop. What is their play here? Parallel convergence is being thrown down, zoning blue team away from their own turret. They're going to lock up the Olaf, and the Xerath is going to get jumped down as well by the GP. He gets chunked to dot health here by the Crescendum, and now the rest of the wave clear still comes down, but the siege is getting increasingly difficult to hold off here. Aphelios farms a few free chakrams off Mordekaiser. They don't have any incentive to leave right now. Baron's in 40 seconds, and they have a chokehold on blue team's own base. The score is perfectly tied, 21-21, but that doesn't even tell the whole story. This is very much an echo show. Ocean Drake is up. Red team, this is an easy deny for red team. They can't give blue team Ocean Soul. That is their ticket back into this game. Blue team knows it. Red team should know it. They should just deny it. They're gonna try to set up some Baron vision. But at this point, blue team happily gives up Baron in exchange for the soul. Ocean Soul is so incredibly strong for sustaining yourself.
But the soul is 30 seconds away.
It is 30 seconds away.
Oh, no, never mind.
Red team
is preparing.
Yeah, they're just gonna contest. Echo, he might be caught here. Actually, the threats from kidnap. He's stuck in it. Mordekaiser's going in for the 1v1. If he can kill him here, he'll be a hero. He does miss. The Zayas is going to keep the Echo safe and sound, but he gets grabbed back and killed off. There's the Echo dead. And now the rest of the team fight might break out. Olaf is going to Ragnarok in, but he's tanking a lot of fangs going in. He needs to go back out the way he came. They don't have the jungler, but their base is getting hit hard. GP has teleport. If they commit to this dragon, they risk losing the game to a backdoor. They're going to send the Xerath back, but he's not enough. They need more than that. Blue team knows they can't start this. So red team will help themselves to it. They don't have the Echo. That is no smite. The set will jump into the back of the Haymaker, chips out the Cassio. There's a lot of damage coming down, and the GP cannot secure the kill, but the Olaf will secure the soul. He will immediately die in the pit, but the MF is free hitting throughout this entire thing. She gets grabbed in, instant QSS, but the Aphelios melts her down with the pistols. He's still going to be run down here by the set and by the Mord. Mord's death roam is back up. There's another victim for the slaughter. If only he can land the damage. He finds the mace, but the Aphelios gets the chakram. It is not enough. Mordekaiser kills him off. Overall, all 5 members of red team have died, and blue team secure that objectives they've been fiending for. They get that Ocean Soul. They find the much needed region that will keep them in this game. But is it enough? Echo has respawned. He's 10-4. He's really strong. But I don't think he can kill the Mord. GPR will keep Mordekaiser from going back, and the Echo gets the signal. They want to make this kill happen, but GP is running way too far forward. He has to be careful here. Detonates a barrel for movement speed, and the Mordekaiser gladly takes the fight. The claw pulls him in, and the Pound Town has begun. Mordekaiser will kill off the GP. He bit off way more than he can chew. Once again, GP teleports into his death. And suddenly, the teleport advantage at red team rise their team compound. It's gone. They have no GP, no side lane pressure, and now blue team, they might just grab Baron advantage. They get the position here, and red team can't walk in. Mordekaiser is tied down 2 people. He kidnaps the Aphelios in the death realm. The mace will land. He's going to steal the stats, steal the life, and steal the soul. One more hit. No, the mace, it didn't do it. No, it did do it. Aphelios death stance did not keep him alive long enough. The Echo has to chrono break back out, but that's all of his movement abilities gone. Can he make it back in? Oh no, blue team stopped DPS. It doesn't matter though. Echo dove into a fight he can't win, and now he's being caught up in the pit, killed off by 3 people. Bullet time will now find the Cassio, but the Cassio is being sent on the run regardless. Arcano Pulse will barely not kill her. The Thresh is here. Death Sentence pulls him back. The Lantern is there as well. Cassio takes it, but that's a bait. She takes it into the waiting hands of blue team.
The Lantern baits.
Yet again, it's like history.
This is why you never take the Lantern, Logan.
History repeats itself. First GP killing himself on a teleport, and then it's the Lantern end.
What a turnaround!
GP has had enough. He quits the game.
One dragon fight into Soul, into the entire game turning around.
Yeah,
into GP rage quitting.
He's had enough.
In fairness, the GP has been inting.
He has been inting. That is the inting score that we're looking for. He's had enough. He's out of there. Mordekaiser kidnaps Echo. Oh, Echo, he was so fed just a moment ago. Now he's being slapped around. 2 health bars isn't enough against this Mordekaiser. He's just running train in the back. He'll finally be killed off, but at what cost? This is a triple inhib.
I don't think you know what running a train means.
I actually don't. I just say it.
Alright. You probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't.
It's okay. Ignorance
It's
is
very sexual. It's very sexual.
I mean, I also use the phrase pound town unironically. So
Okay. Fair enough.
I think that's a moot point.
Alright.
Now, in a 4v5 situation with triple inhib against Soul and Baron buff, this game could not have gone worse here for red team. This does seem like the game has suddenly gone from ahead to just over. I am very interested in what the gold graph in this game would even look like. Actually, I don't even need, I can just draw the gold graph myself. It's like 5k up to 3k down. Which is a pretty crazy gold swing. It's like 8,000 swing when you think about it. Just off a series of a few really bad plays from red team. It's like they don't learn from their past mistakes. GP once again TPs into death because, yeah, clearly it can stop the Mord after he gets more fed. Cassio takes a Thresh Lantern into several members of blue team that she knows are still there. It's just a series of really bad events. GP does reconnect, so at least he's a good sport about inting. He doesn't need to buy raise morale from the shop, he just raises morale by being back in the game, am I right?
Exactly.
Well, now blue team might just enjoy a pretty easy victory from this point onwards. The safe play here would be to wait for the Elder Drake, which is up in 35 seconds.
But then you also risk red team getting the Elder Drake and turning the game around. I say as blue team, you just win it now before the Elder Drake comes up.
Red team is hard pressed to go out of their base right now. There is a veritable hornet's nest over in the red team's base. You don't want to poke it, because they might actually just ace you against 3 open inhibs. But while they're distracted with 12 super minions a minute, this is a pretty good opportunity for blue team to take a hugely uncontested Drake. Unless the jungler messes up and GP ults it blindly and steals it. That would be just hilarious. And I'm sure it will certainly 100% not happen here. Yes, okay, good. No curse. No curse today. That's gonna be Elder buff.
Although Gary missed Smite, so there was potential for the steal.
There was potential. But that's Elder buff. I mean, Elder buff, Soul, 3 inhibs. What more do you want? I think the game's over here. You could not be possibly more stacked than what you currently are. It will take...
You could have Baron.
Yeah, but we're off. The barrage is coming down from the Zeras, the damage is landing. This does look to be the final siege.
Is Cassiopeia getting a new skin yet?
No, I don't think so.
Alright.
Wow, when's pool party Cassio?
Exactly. Oh, here it comes. Wait, the Echo's trolling!
Yeah, he does Zayas in the middle of nothing, and the set in the back, the Haymaker goes down. Elder Dragon getting so much breath down onto the red team. Everybody has just been breathed to death. And the GP, who reconnects with the game, realized that was a mistake and goes back out of the game. The blue team will take this crushing victory. It was hard earned, but it was total.